You want to know how to get your equipment to godly so you can dominate in both PvE or PvP. So I'm going to show you how to get your equipment to godly every single time. First things first, you're going to want to try and get the equipment you're looking for. Whichever one you decide that is, you're going to try and get it, and you can see here, we're getting a lot of green first slots. You don't want green as that first slot for your equipment. You're going to want either a yellow first slot like I have here, or the best one, a red first slot. Yellow can be a little bit iffy, and I'll explain why, but the reason you want that first slot to be a yellow or red is because you cannot get to godly with a green first slot on an equipment, except maybe a few that have a weird kind of percentage amount to their equipment on what's green and what's not happens. But for the most part, you want a yellow or red first slot because you cannot re-roll those slots. You can re-roll the second and third slot on an equipment, but the first one, you just have to get a new equipment to change that first slot. You cannot re-roll it at this time. Now, what do I mean that yellow slots sometimes can equal godly? Let me show you. This equip here, we have a yellow first slot, and then basically near max second and third slot. Godly equips are almost near max first, second, and third slots, just to help you figure it out. And what I mean by near max is like the maximum percentage you can get. You can see I have a 3 and then a 3.9, which the max is a 3 and a 4, so almost maximum. But when we look at this equip, it's only a Z+, even though that second and third slot are near max, just like the other one. The reason is because that first slot is not a high enough percentage to reach the godly threshold. To reach godly, that first slot has to be 93% of the max or better. Now, I know I'm throwing percentages at you. It's actually not that difficult. Take whatever amount you got, so we got that 13.9% right there, and then look at the maximum, which is 15. Go to your calculator app, take the 13.9, divide it by the maximum, which is 15, equal, then times it by 100 if you need to. You can see it in the decimal form, but some people just like to see it in this form. You can see that's a 92.66 repeating percent of an equip. 93 is the amount you want. So this equip is literally just below the threshold to reach godly, which is why it is only a Z+ and not a godly, which is why you have to be careful with your yellow. Run them through a quick calculation, super simple, and you can figure out if your equipment has the potential to reach godly before you go and upgrade your second and third slots. Because of this, you want to aim for a red slot, because then you don't even have to do any math with the red slot. It is most likely you will be obtaining a godly equip as long as you then go and upgrade your second and third slots. So now that you got that good first slot on your equip, in this case, a perfect red slot, the second and third upgrades just came out green, nothing special. You can see the equipment is still an A. We want better. So how do you change this? You're going to click re-upgrade. Then depending on which one you need to re-upgrade, if it's both of them, you can just pick whichever one, doesn't matter. If you already have like a red or a yellow slot in that first or second one, then you can just change, whichever one you need to. But for this, we'll do this. I recommend just doing the normal re-upgrade all the way until you get a yellow slot. You can set it to red. It may take longer. This is just a game of luck, unfortunately, whether it gives you a good roll or not. Nothing you can really do to fix that, because going from a low green roll and guarantee upgrading your way all the way to a red slot is going to cost you hundreds of slot removers, and it's going to be more cost efficient in terms of your materials to just get a random one. You'll get luckier before using the hundreds of guarantees. Trust me, just randomly upgrade until you get an orange slot. Once you get the orange slot from there, you can go and guarantee upgrade your way to a red slot. Then, once you have all slots red or yellow, again, doesn't have to necessarily be red, but of course, red means you're closer to the max, which just means better. Like this one here, I have a yellow third slot, but it's still godly, just because it's a high enough percentage. And here, just keep going. I have this equip perfectly maxed out. It is a perfect equip, godly, cannot do any better on this equip, because I guarantee upgraded after I got its gold, which saved me slot removers, so I could then go and upgrade other equipment in the future. I hope this guide helps you out. It's really not that difficult. If you do have any questions or feel I left out something important, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have regarding on how to get your equipment to godly, or if there's another video you want to see out of me, let me know. But I hope this helps you get your equipment godly.